Hi, I've told you that I will discuss about ECG. So I'm now here to discuss about the basics of ECG. I've faced that you guys really get confused while interpreting a lot of ECGs. So don't get so much bothered that you will get confused. Just know the basics, proceed and go slow. That's the main thing. It is a very vast subject, the ECG itself. So try to learn the basics first, then you can go into the deeper things. Okay, now what is the ECG? ECG or electrocardiogram is the depiction of the electrical waves or the electrical activity that is going on in our heart. So the tracing has got different waves and it is taken on a paper. The standard ECG, also called the standard 12-lead ECG, consists of 12 leads. Now let's forget about everything and let's start again. Think of a photograph. For having a photograph, what do you need? You need a film, you need a camera, and you need a person or a scenery to shoot. ECG is exactly the same. Here the film is the ECG paper, the camera are the ECG leads, and the person or the scenery that you are going to shoot is the electrical activity that is going on in our heart. So I will go into details, just a bit details of all these things, then I will go into the ECG proper. Now what is the ECG paper? The portable ECGs that we use in our wards has got a strip of paper. It is the thermal paper. You know that the ECG doesn't contain any ink. The ECG machine doesn't contain any ink. So there is a pin which goes on burning the things. There is a burning the paper and it goes on motion according to the electrical activity going on into our heart. Okay. So the paper is thermal paper. The paper has small squares and large squares. The small squares, the x-axis of the small squares depict the time, and the y-axis depicts the amplitude of the wave. The x-axis of a small square depicts 0.02 millisecond, and the y-axis of a small square depicts 0.1 millivolt. Okay, so you get the time frame, you get the amplitude. That's why it is a graphical representation of the electrical activity of our heart. Now the leads. The leads are the cameras, as I have told you. Now why I am taking the concept of a photograph into ECG, I'll tell you. If you see, here is one mobile phone. You are now viewing it from the back. You can't view the front of the mobile phone because I can view it. I am in front of it. Now if I rotate it, then only you can view the front of the mobile. You can't rotate the heart. So you have to place different cameras at different angles so that you can see the heart from different positions. Actually we see the electrical axis, thereby we see what is going on in different parts of the heart. So it is the significance of knowing the leads, where are they placed and in what direction they look at, and they look into the wave front. Now the wave front, as I have told you, is always directed towards the left foot. So if you go into the vector, you will get one vector downwards and another vector towards your left hand. Always remember to analyze according to the vectors. Okay, now about the leads. There are 12 leads. There are 3 bipolar leads. There are 3 augmented unipolar leads, also called unipolar leads, and there are 6 chest leads. The bipolar leads are also called limb leads. The bipolar leads are leads 1, 2 and 3. The augmented leads or the unipolar leads are AVF, AVL and AVR, and the chest leads range from V1 to V6. Now coming into the context of the photograph, as I have told you, the wavefront is our scenario. We have to picturize this, and by picturizing this we come to know what is going on into the heart, what is the structural change in the heart. The wavefront gives us the clues. Okay, now always remember one thing, that never ever make mistake of commenting on any ECG before looking into all those 12 leads.